their ancestral home. But with Emperor Sulachan and his armies of half-people and reanimated dead rampaging across the land, Kahlan didn't want there to be any chance for the enemy to capture the palace and exhume Richard's body as a trophy, or worse. Hani's Ark had used Richard's blood to reanimate the corpse of Emperor Sulachan. Kahlan didn't want to think of what they might do with Richard's body if they could get their hands on it. Kahlan couldn't allow any chance of that happening to her husband's remains. It was up to her to see to it that nothing remained of him in this world. There was only one way to make sure she had done the most loving thing she could do now, and that was to let the flames consume him. She had but to give the word, and it would be done. So then why couldn't she? Kahlan's mind raced in 1,000 different directions, trying to find a way out of doing her duty, trying to think of a reason not to give that order to toss the torches on the pyre. She could think of none. In hopeless despair, she went to her knees, pushed the hood of her cloak back, placed her hands on Richard's shoulders, and bowed her head. "Master Rahl, guide us," she whispered as everyone silently watched her give the ancient devotion to the Lord Rahl. "Master Rahl, protect us. In your light we thrive. In your mercy we are sheltered. In your wisdom we are humbled. We live only to serve. Our lives are yours." Her words echoed back to her as she knelt there in the wet square, her trembling hands on Richard's shoulders. No one joined her in the devotion. They knew that this time it was hers alone to give. It was her goodbye. Tears ran down her cheeks, through the cold specks of mist and dots of rain to drip off her face. Sucking back a sob before it could escape her restraint, she finally rose to her feet and took on a confessor's face that revealed nothing of her inner torment. When Kahlan looked up, she saw through a gap between the soldiers gathered in the square the distant figure of Hunter, sitting quietly on his haunches at the edge of the dark woods. Even at that distance, she could see that Hunter's green eyes were fixed on her. The cat-like creature didn't look the least bit bothered by the drizzle. It ran off his thick fur like water off a duck. Kahlan looked down again at the only man she had ever loved. Still wearing her confessor face, she cupped a hand to Richard's cold cheek. Even though his flesh was cold, the magic kept it as soft as it had been in life. In a way, her own face was like his, still, calm, and showing no emotion. Richard's soul was now on the eternal journey,